Are you wondering what the best ergonomic office chair is for the buck? I mean, and chairs, they're like tools. There's the right one for the right job. And then on top of that, it's what works for you. You know, we talk about Wera versus Weehaw. They're both great screwdrivers. They're both top grade, but some people like the Wera grip. Some people like the Weehaw grip. If you don't understand that reference, you need to watch the channel more. Anyway, the point is this, that there's lots of great options out there. And Flexispot, who's sponsoring this video, by the way, just full disclosure, so in case you missed it, they're always talking to me about, you know, the new standing desk they came out with, or the new, you know, home lounge chair, raising electric whiz-bang chair. And quite often they're ergonomic office chairs, and we've showcased them on the channel several times before. Well, I just happened to notice that a major New York newspaper has been putting out, you know, their lists of the best of this, the best of this, and they put out their best ergonomic office chairs. And their budget option was the Hahn, I think it's the Ignition. In fact, here, I got it right here. It's the Hahn Ignition 2.0 ergonomic office chair. And and it kind of threw me for a loop, because at $425, it's not what I would think as a budget option. And on top of that, when I'd seen the chair, I knew about the chair, I hadn't really seen the price. And at $425, I'm like, it doesn't have a ton of options. Then I know, so I talked to Flexispot, and they're like, well, take a look at our new C7 Max. And just like pull it up here real quick for you. This is it, the C7 Max. And it's currently on sale for the 4th of July time. It's down to $450. And that's for the C7 Max with the foam seat, which I'm a foam seat guy. I don't like the mesh seats, in the gray color with no footrest. Now you can get the footrest optional if you want to get that, but right now this is the price, $450 on that. So the question is, do you want something like this, which to me doesn't seem like it's all that ergonomic. It seems like it's a mesh chair with a lumbar support, versus something like the Flexispot. If you've been around the channel, you've seen these kind of things before. They're almost infinitely adjustable. So really, for $25 more, is that what you're looking for? Are you looking for something simple? Or are you looking for something, and I'm kind of like that. I'm like the bougie type that's what my wife calls me, bougie, because every day it's always something different. I need it like this, I need it like that, I want to change this. And I'm all about that kind of thing. And you know, let's do a quick walk around of both chairs, and you can take a look and see them both side by side. And I'll even have the daughter take them for a test drive, and you can let me know what you think, and we'll come back and we'll look at the specs, okay? All right, I got these both outside in the sunlight so you can actually see what's going on here. We got the Hahn on the left, the Flexispot C7 on the right. And you can see it, like, you're gonna hear me talking about it later about these armrests, but talk about infinite levels of adjustability. It's almost a bit crazy. And of course the Hahn has, well, it's got adjustable armrests as well. And again, you know, it's a sponsored video, and I know they don't like me saying that over and over again and stuff, but I want you guys to know, like, I know it comes across as biased, but when I look at the $25 price difference on these and the amount of adjustability and the build quality, I mean, look at the underside on this, the way it's built out, everything there, the chrome trim, the fully adjustable lumbar and backrest and headrest and all of this. All the different levels of adjustability on this chair, it's almost, you know, it's almost too much, honestly, for some people. But if you're like me and you like that kind of being able to dial it in, maybe even change it based on how you feel, then that's what you're going to look for. And if you want the more simple, like one and done kind of solution, then that's what you're going to get here with the Hahn. It seems like every other basic office chair. You look underneath, it's got the metal plate that's bolted to the bottom of the chair. You know, you got the little handles there like every other chair. I would say it's a little bit nicer than like your standard budget office chair. I'll give it that. It does have the lumbar. You can see the lumbar support there through the back, and that is, you know, adjustable. It has a decent foam seat on it. I think that's pretty comfortable. It does not have the option, like this has the option for the footrest, and for some people that's not going to be a thing. They're like, I'm never going to use a footrest. I'm not going to add that on. But for other people, that's something they like. At least they have the option for that. Now, put my daughter in this. She's almost 5'6". Just to give you an idea about, you know, size perspective in the chair and whatnot, and you know what it's like, you know, taking it down the lowest setting up to the highest setting there, and what that chair looks like. One of the things, like I noticed on the Hahn, is it doesn't come up very high in the back for what I consider to be, well, I mean, they say it's an ergonomic chair. I expect it to come up higher. Here you can really see what that full double swivel adjustment there does for the armrest. So you can really put it kind of anywhere to give you that support. And again, there she's going to show you then her favorite part, which of course is relaxing in the chair, putting her feet up and whatnot, and how far back it reclines. And that's one of the other things she really digs about this chair is that it does go that far back and you can really recline in it. All right, so you saw the chairs in action and you saw everything there. And again, I still, even having the chairs in person, I was a little underwhelmed by the HON. I mean, let's take a look at it. Its specs, when you take a look at it, is arm height adjustment. Okay, well, that's most desk office, aka task style chairs do that. Arm width, they all do that. Seat height, they do that. Lumbar support, that's a nice to have, but I've seen that even on some budget chairs, like some $100 budget chairs. Seat slide, that's a nice feature. Getting that extra depth for people who are taller, have longer legs, that's nice. Tilt, tension, and tilt lock. Is there a piston chair that doesn't have that? I mean, unless it's broken, it's it's kind of hard to call that a feature, but okay, it's a feature. Now let's take a look at the one from Flexispot, okay? And it's a big and tall, up to 300 pounds, up to 6'9" they claim. I don't have anybody near that height to kind of test it. My brother is he's not in town right now. He's 6'6", but he's sat in chairs like this when he was here. And I have the older version of this, and he liked it a lot. But I mean, you're looking at this. It's got 3D headrest. It's got dual layer soft elastic mesh, which on the back, I like the mesh on the back. It's got the independent backrest height adjustment. So that slides up and down based on, you can basically position it where you want it, all right? That's really nice. And then the next thing it has is that lumbar support. And the lumbar support, they call it adaptive lumbar support because it changes based on how you're sitting in it. And that is really nice because you can have this lumbar support all dialed in and then you lean back and now it's halfway up my back and that's not what I want. And that's what I really like about this because again, like the wife says, I'm bougie and I like, I'm older and my bones start hurting and things that didn't used to hurt now hurt and stuff like that. And I want to be comfortable no matter what position I'm in. All right. So this thing is designed to be upright as well as to recline, 135 degree recline backrest. Then it's got the foam cushion, latex support, the seat depth adjustment, just like I said. So if you're taller, the seat will slide out, and the hidden footrest that tucks in underneath if you're into that sort of thing. But the reality is like on the armrest, the 5D armrests, okay? They go up, they go down, they go in, they go out, and they swivel, and they do this weird kind of turn kind of thing. I have a chair right now that does that, and I love it. I use it all the time. It's weird because I mostly use it on the left side. My right side stays, I have it locked in, probably because that's where the support is for my mouse, but my left side I'm constantly moving depending on what I'm doing. Maybe I'm weird like that. Let me know. Do you do that? Is there one armrest that you adapt or change more often than the other, or am I just a weirdo? I will fully, accept the fact that I'm a weirdo, but I do like the multiple degrees of rotation there on the armrest. That's something I really like. The other thing that's a big one for me is the adaptive headrest. I get a lot of tension headaches. The chair I have right now does not have this, and I wish it did. Maybe at some point I will upgrade to something like that. If they get a chair that's really bigger, let's call it bigger and taller, if you would, get grizzly bear size. But that said, I really do need that kind of support because, as I said, I get those headaches and they're a pain in the neck. But, the leg rest thing, so you could tilt back into full relaxation mode and have the legs kick out. The arm has literally it flips out. You probably saw in the video. It flips out and it slides out. And a friend of mine, all the women seem to love this. The guys are like, I don't know. But all the women absolutely love the whole leg rest thing. And then my friend's daughter, she's 20 or something like that. She's off to college and stuff. She's late teens, early 20s. She was with them when they came by and she tried it out. And she's like, is this one of those crisscross chairs? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what the kids call it. Apparently the chair where the leg rest doesn't have to slide all the way out. It'll come just a little bit out. So you can sit crisscross with your legs right in front of you. And she figured that out, and I had to pry the chair away from her when she left. Because she's like, this is it. This is the chair I want. And then apparently that's the chair that she wants for her dorm, so maybe they're getting that chair now. I don't know. But that's as I say, that's what the kids like these days. So that's what they're into. But as I said, the whole folding, leg rest thing, some people like it, some people don't. It's an add-on if you like it. But one feature I think I really do dig, it's not something I would use, honestly, is this. You see how the leg comes down and then it goes at an angle like that? It comes down and then flattens out, and then there's tread on top of the feet. Like I sit a lot, like right now I'm sitting with my feet tucked underneath me. And I know a lot of people do, but my legs are too long. So this one actually doesn't benefit me, but I think it's really cool they thought about it. It's so you can put your feet on the wheels and you have little treads there so they grip it and they don't slide off. I've seen lots of people sit like that in chairs. I think it's brilliant. Somebody actually finally thought about it and did something. So that's pretty smart as far as I'm concerned. Now, they also did a bunch of testing on this chair, and I'm not going to read through everything. You can take a look at it and figure out, you can pause the video and read through all the different cycles and stuff that they tested. But, at the end of the day, this is a sponsored video, and, you can say I'm biased and whatnot, and maybe I am. I don't know. I look at a chair like this for $425, which is a great chair. And if you want simple, if simple is all you need and it's well built, then the Han's a great choice. But if you want well built with all the options, I think the Flexispot is where it's at. Let me know what you think. Am I off my rocker here, or is there something else I'm not adding into this equation? Let me know down in the comments down below. Let me know what you look for in a chair. All right. Anyway, that's what we got for you today. If you like what we do, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.